Please put your hands together for Jeff and Kane.
Thank you. Awesome. Awesome. Hello back there. The show has started. So I figured, why talk about it when we could just start helping you guys, right? Yeah. It's like that story where the woman says, "I think I'm going to leave my husband." And I said, "Why?" And she said, "Well, because he's an entrepreneur, and all he does is stand at the end of the bed and tell me how good it's going to be." So let's just get into it, because what today is about is what is going on. It's the revolution. It's what's happening. Like we said on stage, I actually even feel old. It's crazy. And so I know a lot of you are going, okay, well, so how do we navigate this internet marketing thing? And what I want to do is we're going to do a few things. What I want you to know is that these events are, the event here, the 21st Century event, is incredibly run. The production of this event is extraordinary. Jeff and I speak all over the world for promoters all over the world, and they did an extraordinary job. And sometimes, things run a little late, and speakers do, need time, all this stuff. So I'm not exactly sure what our timing is. Do we know what our timing is so we can manage time? What do we got? Take as long as we like. Because I know Sir Richard Branson's going to want to be in here at some point tonight. So, okay, so we'll talk till we get thrown out. How does that sound? Awesome. Okay, we got an hour and 10 minutes, so I want to make most use of that time. Our focus with you at every time we're with you is to create results, move you forward, help you make money, and most importantly, impact the people. The money that you're going to make is going to be a result of the value you give and the impact you make. So we will talk about making money, but we know nobody cares about that in the end. We care about making the impact. But we have to sustainably build our careers, our lives, and money's fun, right? So we're going to talk about that. So what I want to do is we're going to bring on a couple of our favorite mentors and people that work with us on building communities, social media. They help design campaigns, do product launches, build personal brand for large corporations, and like Deloitte. You saw Shelly in the videos at the very beginning. She's extraordinary. She works with me and some of my companies around how to actually build social media, acquire the database, nurture it, and make offers to it. So I'm going to have her come on and do some talking, do some interviewing with her. Does that sound cool? Good. Then we're also going to have Sam Backer, who didn't quite make the PowerPoint, but it's nothing personal, Sam. We just had to, figure it out. And Sam is one of our gurus, the guys that we work with, and one of our mentors in how to do webinars. Have you all seen webinars? Have anybody done a webinar in here? You've done a webinar? Yeah. Okay, so he's going to talk about how does he do webinars, what are the most important successful components of that. And then we want to dabble a little bit, if we have enough time, we're just going to keep going. We want to dabble a little bit on how do you actually go out and get high-priced keynotes. We have one of my private clients, Toby, where are you? Toby? So Toby Travaner, who's one of the top MCs and speakers in the country. And he's an extraordinary man. He's a private client of mine, and we get to work on his business, taking him in other directions. He's going to share a little bit about how you could get out there and actually start making money as a keynote speaker right away.
I've got to tell you, Kane, I'm starting to do this right now as an MC as well. I need to give you an exact time when you need to finish.
Okay.
So we can handle things. It's 55 minutes on the clock right now.
Okay, great. So we promised you 90, and so we're going to figure out how to make that up. When you work with us, we will always deliver what we promise, and you guys should be doing the same. So we're gonna work it out. I'll probably give you Jeff's cell phone number, and you can all call him on his mobile. I think that sounds like a good solution. So for 55 minutes, we're gonna do that. So let's dive into the internet marketing stuff, and let's do it quickly and efficiently. And so, Shelly, why don't I just introduce you? So this is Shelly, ladies and gentlemen. Give her a hand. Do we have another microphone? Handhelds. What do we got? Got more microphones? Great. And can we get a couple chairs, maybe as well? Cool. We'll just turn you on. I'm going to turn you on, Shelly. Is that okay? Cool. Great. So, yes. So the very first thing I want to tell you that we've given you that we didn't reveal in the main room. Did you all get a bag full of stuff from the main room? Okay. You're going to want to make sure you get that at some point. Okay. In this bag, so who has a bag? Just so I can pull it out. Great. Just give me your bag real quick. In this bag, we actually gave you a letter. How many of you know Frank Kern or who Frank Kern is? Okay, great. If you don't know who Frank Kern is, he's the highest paid internet marketer, direct response copywriter in the world. He's the coolest dude ever. Oh, there I am. He's super cool. We surf with him. We hang out with him. He's super chill. And he's the one, he does like $24 million launches in 24 hours. He does huge launches. And he's just a super, super duper cool guy. And we've been trying to get him over here to train people in our trainings forever. We're still working on it. He's, people like that make tons of money, they go, why would I travel when I could sit at home and make this money in my pajamas, right? But what we did this little fun gimmicky thing, which was awesome, and it was a letter that we worked on with Frank Kern. You're all gonna get this, so if you don't have it, you just need to get your bags. Oh, you don't have it today? Isn't it in here? All right, hold on, I'm pulling it out. Are you sure? You don't have it? Oh, okay. So who has that letter? There's a letter by us in there. It says, read this immediately. It directly affects you. Cool. So in this packet that you got a letter. Looks like this. So you'll all get it. You just need to make sure that you get your bags. This letter helped us create about $380,000 in business out of 1,000 leads by sending this out. Here's what I want you guys to start looking at doing. So first of all, we'll talk about joint ventures and affiliates in a second. But what we need to do is we want to get people right now moved to strategy sessions with you. We're going to help you start closing high-priced clients right away, or even just getting them to your website. Here's a real quick strategy that we use, and then Shelly, I want you to kind of comment on that and talk about how we can work it in. So this says, read this immediately because it directly affects you. As an industry rock star, money will fall out of your mouth when you talk and sell, blah, blah, blah. Basically, it gets you to take action. Write this down. The very first thing you need to be clear about in your internet marketing is what actions you want the person to take.
Absolutely. You need to learn where you want to drive your customers to. You don't want to segment the customers into all your communities into different places. So I'll go to Facebook here, go to Twitter there, go to the internet there. You need to focus them to one place.
Yes. One of the biggest problems that internet marketers or people doing internet marketing face is that they're not crystal clear about the action. If you noticed at the end of our presentation, we had a big thing on the screen that said, go to the back tables now, and we kept saying, go to the back tables now, to make sure that everybody was clear about where to go and what was going on. The price is not $7,000. We actually said it to you many, many times. This is the same thing in internet marketing copy. Make sure you've said the actions several times throughout the entire email copy, and they know it crystal clear. Yes, go ahead.
Sorry. And the biggest thing with any kind of copy and advertising, and I've been in it for a long time, repetition is fantastic. You've seen an ad online or in a bus stop. If you see it more than 10 times, any money, you'll go, oh, go check it out in the supermarket or go click on that link. You've just got to be clear with the message, one message at a time, and keep repeating it.
Yes, key, one message at a time. How many? One.
Who's had an email newsletter that has like 10 messages in it and you just kind of go, this is too hard to read, I'm going to delete?
Yeah.
How many? Who deletes lots of email messages? Okay, well that's the first lesson. What email message? One message. Send one key message.
How many of you have gotten those business cards at a party? It says accountant, massage therapist, attorney, right? Well, on average, those people don't make any money just because it's just not a clear message to what you do. So that's the first thing. The other thing that I want you to notice about this is we want to actually take, what I want you guys to start doing, this is the coolest, super cool new thing that everybody's doing, and that's working the most, is to drive people to a strategy session with you. Okay, I don't care if you're a business, if you've got a job, we're going to drive people to a strategy session with you, which means you get to spend some time with them on the phone. It could be 20 minutes, it could be 30 minutes. So here's what I suggest, and this is just, I'm just going to give you guys one strategy that I think you can go implement. Is this kind of along the lines of what you're looking for? Like what to do next, yes? Okay, good. So what I want you to do is take this letter, because it works. And it's great to just use proven strategies and proven techniques. Send this out and ask and give them a free something, a free report that they're going to get when they take action on this letter. So what did we say in this? Hey, as an industry rock star, money will fall out of your mouth when you talk, consult, give coaching orders. Here's what we've done for you. Just rip off the copy, guys. Just change some of the stuff, the pertinent information. When you go to our booth, there are 700 USB drives. I'm most afraid to say this in this room. Where we give away $1,000 of some of our best content on marketing and selling. How many of you got that drive? Raise your hand if you got that drive. Awesome. Cool. There was free stuff. You came and got free stuff. You took action. It is all about moving people to take action. Can you see that?
Absolutely. Can I just make a comment?
Please.
With a case study in Australia? Who knows Ubank in Australia? Okay, one of the greatest, internet banking, ideas. They actually, when they started, gave away a USB every time somebody filled out their form. And but what happened was they had, I think it was 5,000 or 6,000 people fill out the form with a conversion of 78% to people opening bank accounts. because they gave away a USB, which is pretty successful.
Can we have that on stage real quick?
So you can see that by actually doing a little value add or a little trigger can actually, people love free stuff. They love free stuff.
Now, how many of you have some free stuff already built? Okay, so a lot of you need to build some free stuff. So let's talk about that really quickly. So what goes into free stuff? As it turns out, a lot of people go and they write ebooks, right? How many of you have gotten ebooks? Yeah, very few people actually read those anymore. They download it and then they don't read it. And what happens is when you give people free stuff that they connect with going, oh, I got it and didn't do anything with it, what's the relationship to your brand? Yeah, so let's just be real. Like give them stuff that's useful, that's quick and easy to consume. Please write this down. What is most important for what you give people now is that it's clear, simple, and easily consumable. Notice how it used to be, clear, simple, and easy consumable. Notice that it used to be 45-minute videos when you come to somebody's website, or an hour-long videos, hour-and-a-half webinars. Like, it's
boring.
Yeah, it's just too long. I mean, can anybody sit through that stuff? How many videos you guys get that you don't even watch? Products that you buy that you don't even, yeah, that stuff's over with. People don't want to buy that stuff anymore. They want real results.
There's actually statistics on videos that say if you cut a 20 or 25-minute video down into 2 to 3 minute slots, more than likely everybody will watch your video because they'll go around watching all the different ones and they'll get really engaged with it. Yet, I can tell you, if I pull up a website and it's 20 minutes, I'm out. I don't even press play. I don't have 20 minutes. But it's interesting that I've got 25 minutes when it's in 2-minute slots.
Yes. So we all need a free product. And the best thing to do is not an ebook, but it's actually, write this down, is a guide. A guide. Now, why is it a guide? Because you want your brand everywhere. So I used to work for Sony as a record producer, and one of the ways we got artists to break, especially, and I'll tell you, I used to work in a lot of adult contemporary. My specialty's always been, I'll just share this. My specialty in all my music companies and everything has always been the target market of women between the ages of 30 and 50. Don't ask me why. If you're in here and you're a woman between the age of 30 and 50, raise your hand. Okay? It just kind of works out that way. Now, here's the thing. Breaking music and breaking artists or getting information to your demographic is actually one of the hardest, but you're one of the highest consumers. So please write this down. The consuming business right now and the information consuming business is about 60 to 70% women. 60 to 70% women. This is why we say women, you have an incredible opportunity because they want mentors. They want information from you. They want your experiences. So many more women because it now not felt quite as much in Australia we've seen, but in the other countries, because of the global financial crisis, you've seen a lot of women going back out to work. You've seen a lot of women, getting to the point where, because of the baby boomers and all that, their children are out of the house and they're looking for something new to do and something new to take on as a profession.
I'd like to say that the most increase in bloggers is actually mums. The mummy blogger space is probably one of the most lucrative spaces on the internet. I went to a conference a little while ago and I was amazed at the amount of mums that are actually taking it up and making a lot of money from blogging, opinions, sharing advice, because they're all the same. It's a niche market and they all like each other and they all have the same problems and the same joys. So they're great at sharing information about what they like.
Yes. So, gentlemen, sell to the women. Are we clear?
Like to shop.
Women make the buying decisions. Don't, right, women? Women, do you make the decisions? Yes. Yes, okay. When you're speaking, when you're presenting, tailor it a bit more to the women. When you come through Industry Rockstar Intensive, we're going to show you copy. We're going to show you how to speak more to the women, because as a man, I had no idea how to speak to women. Some of you know that still.
Are you sure you know how?
Yes.
Now?
So we'll teach you. I can't see that, sweetie. What's that? Clicker? It's downstairs somewhere. They'll have to find it. It's right in the front of the stage, Jerry. Yeah. Thank you. So are we clear? We're selling to the who? Women. Yes. When you're speaking, when you're presenting, you're speaking to the women. Okay? That's because they're going to help make the buying decisions. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to come up with a free product really quickly that you can do a guide on. And why is a guide so important? Sorry, I didn't finish this story. A guide's important because you want to get your brand out there, and you want them to see your brand as much as possible. I mean, how many of you would like to have your brand all over somebody else's house? That'd be pretty nice, right? So when you do a guide, they can print your guide out. So do a guide that they can print out, because they won't print out an ebook and post it on the refrigerator. do the top 10 things or the top 8 things.
Or mistakes.
Oh, hello.
Welcome.
We've got a new friend.
Good. So you can do the top 10 mistakes, the top 10 things you need to know. Let's do a quick example. Sir, will you stand up for us? Give him a hand. Shelly, can I grab your mic real quick for? I picked the most incredibly good-looking man in the whole place. Yes, Shelly, come on with me. Here she is. Hi, meet Shelly.
Hi.
Shelly's a Cancer. She likes long walks on the beach, and she's great at internet marketing. Enjoy. Talk to you later. Okay. So let's talk. Okay, here you go. All right. So tell me, what business are you in?
I'm in property development.
Okay. And how do you see? So who do you need to reach? Customers or people that you?
Yeah, customers. Well, the real estate's all the job for me, so.
The real estate agents.
Agents, yeah.
Okay. So you need high quality real estate agents coming to say, I want to sell your properties.
Right.
So you're a developer, yes?
Yes.
Okay, great. So if you had more visibility and people knew you as the coolest developer in town, would the best real estate agents want to go sell his property? I mean, Jeff and I we were the head leadership trainers at Keller Williams in the US, which is the second largest real estate company in North America. And it was absolutely crystal clear that it was about relationships. The way all that stuff worked, it was about relationships. I mean, all businesses is about relationships. When you have the relationship with the customer, when they have a relationship to your brand, this is why personal branding is so exciting, because they get a relationship with who? You. It's no longer about your brand or your company. So, I mean, do you think if you were giving them lots of fun free stuff, that they would want to sell more of your stuff?
Possibly.
Well, let me ask you this. It's right here. If I gave you, so you're a builder, right?
Right.
Great. And who's your customer? Is it people that want to build homes, or is it commercial buildings?
Well, spec homes, so I build and whoever wants to buy, I guess. But I
So-
don't build for clients.
So do you get who's your customer? Is it
Well,
the average
general
person,
public,
right?
yeah. That's it.
Would you guys like to know your builder personally? Yeah. Would you trust him more? Great. And so do you think that it makes sense for, if he had a video online where he connected with them and said, hey, whether you work with me or not, let me just give you 10 things the biggest mistakes people make when buying a home. It's on me. And then there was 10 videos that he gave. Would you be more inclined to work with him? Yeah, if he just made that deposit.
Actually, let me share a story. I coached a company in California named Charles Doors and Windows. I mean, you guys would never know them. They were about a $5 million company. They did doors and windows. And thanks. And they brought me in because they wanted to expand their business. They wanted to go to 20 million. And I said, okay, look, we're going to personally brand the executives here. And they went, whoa, that's for the info marketing space. That's not for us. I said, okay, well, go find someone else. He said, well, no. We know you're good, so we'll bring you in. So we personally branded the executives, the CEO. And he started those windows got sold through big Office Max stores and I don't know what you guys have here, but they got sold through like hardware stores. So they weren't actually selling to their direct end customer. But he started doing videos of the top 10 things you need to do to insulate your home as it gets colder. The 5 things that you need to know in order to maintain longer lasting wood doors and wood floors. Well, because he was shooting these videos and giving away free stuff and marketing, the customers got to know him and his brand so well that they were getting flooded at the hardware stores for this brand. Does that make sense? So what I want you guys to think about, we're going to do an exercise right now so you can start designing your free product, because a lot of you don't have it. And we have to get something in your free product, and this is really simple to get done. So I want you to just, so what could we give the people that end up buying the houses that would be really interesting? Let's take it from the audience.
Let's ask.
Yeah,
you guys, let me show about what Tim Ferriss actually did. Tim Ferriss, does it make sense to actually hear our customer's language versus our language? Some of you are not actually using your customer's language in the way that they hear things. Doesn't it make sense that we want to hear things the way we want to be heard, right? And so what Tim Ferriss did is he ran a bunch of surveys
Google
online.
Ads. Yep,
What?
Google Ads.
Yeah, Google Ads. But how he created the Google Ads was he did surveys online. He did Facebook posts asking questions about how do you lose weight, what are the things you look for, and he took exactly their language patterns that the customers use. And he then created Google AdWords using those specific language patterns that the customers use. Can you begin to see how using the customer's language can then help you be more influential with the customer? Do we like to work with people that get into our world? Great, so let's ask us, as consumers of wanting to build homes, what do we want to know?
Please write this down. I want you to survey your friends or people that you work with that you're going to be serving. Survey them, ask them a few questions about what they need, what's most important to them, what are their biggest problems. And it's not so much about the answers, but you're going to start to get the language of how to use your free product. So step one, use a survey of your database. You can get on surveymonkey.com and do it totally free. You send out a couple emails. Hey, I'd love to give you something free for taking action. Always give free.
Who just built a home? Anybody get a home built recently? Stand up, please. Great. What is the biggest challenge you had when you were looking for a builder? You ready? Take notes.
Yep.
Structural warranties.
Okay, what's the deal with the warranty is the question, right?
Yep.
Okay, just write. Is your friend taking notes? You're getting it from your customer right now. What else is the biggest concern?
Cost.
Okay, how do you actually not get ripped off? Next thing.
The finish.
Okay,
The quality.
the quality. Yeah, what makes a good finish and a bad finish?
What makes a good sweet? What makes a bad sweet?
It's so sweet.
Spanish, Swedish, come on, guys.
Wow, that was really funny, Kane. All right, next one. That was great.
Yeah, the timing, completion
Okay.
rate.
Yeah, what's the average? I've owned a lot of real estate, so what's the average build time?
6 months.
6 months, right? But what happens? What you probably want to know is what happens goes after. What repercussions do we have as consumers? They should know that.
It's all in the contract.
I know, but they
Yeah.
don't know that, and they don't even read the contracts, man. Okay, next. There's more. You're getting your free product right now.
Sign a contract that you've never read. Raise your hand, big crowd.
Great. And then you find out later that the builder has 12 months to build it, and there's no repercussions. That's something, how to not get ripped off. What's the next thing you want to
Is
know?
my letterbox included? All those little things.
Yeah,
like-
how to get, I know one. How do I get my letterbox and the little extra stuff included? How do I negotiate that? If you tell them that, you'd be surprised. That's some of the best stuff. They will appreciate it and they'll want to work with you. Would you rather work with a builder that told you that stuff up front?
Yes.
And then did it on a video? Awesome, you've got a free product. Cool. If you had a video for 4 minutes saying, hey, you know what, whether you work with me or not, go ahead and check out these 10 mistakes that people make when they build their homes. It's on me. And after that, then what you do after about 6 videos is about 2 emails later, you do a webinar for 60 minutes talking about the distinctions of building. And then after that, you do 40 minutes,
Wait,
60
hold on there, Tiger. Hold on.
This is
Hold
how
on.
you do it.
Yes, I know, you're excited. Hold on.
I'm like, I'm building your business right now, man.
Yes, I got it. I got it. Okay.
Okay,
I
teach me
got
how
it.
to-
Okay, good. So
How we do it.
Let's just chunk it back a little bit so everybody gets it. So first of all, let's give him a hand for thank you very much.
Thank you.
for participating. Thank you. Thank you. So I just want to make sure everybody caught what we're doing. So can you all see a free product emerging? Is it information? Can he sit down at his computer and create that in an evening? Yeah, now he can also open up his computer and so let's say he types it, right? So step 1 is type out your guide. Make it 8 or 10 points.
Simple.
Yeah. And go survey your customers. What do they want to hear about? Then read your guide into your computer and create an audio file. Have you spent any money yet? Have you spent any money yet? No.
GarageBand on your Mac. How many have Macs? Yes, I love you all.
Excellent.
On your Macs, you have GarageBand. It's so easy to record. The quality is awesome.
Yeah.
GarageBand.
GarageBand on
Garage, with the
what's an
Australian
audio
accent.
program
Yeah,
on,
it's my
on
accent.
PC?
GarageBand.
What is it?
GarageBand.
What is it? If you don't have a Mac, what if you have a
GarageBand.
PC?
I translate.
GarageBand.
Garage band.
Melbourne. Mount Melbourne.
All right. So then you've got an audio product because people like to learn in these 5 modalities. Write this down, please. The 5
Tell us
modalities
the 5
of learning.
modalities, Kane.
These are one of the 5 modalities you're going to choose to create your free product. The first one is reading. Do we all like to read? Yes.
Do we
Not
learn?
everybody, though. Some people like to listen. That's the second modality.
I don't like to read at all.
Yeah.
I love to listen.
Yeah. Jeff can't even read.
You can't tell everybody that.
I'm sorry. The third modality is video to watch. People like to watch. Yeah. People like to watch things. In fact, as it turns out, video is the most, it's what everybody wants to see these days.
Well, can I add to this real quick?
Hold on. Real quick.
Oh.
All right.
Oh.
All right.
More people are accessing
So
the.
pathetic.
I know. I'm just trying to make it in the world. More people are accessing the internet right now on their mobile phones. So write this down. Make sure that your videos play on mobile phones. You will lose half the market or more. So when you're on there, make sure those videos play. Is that clear? Cool.
Okay, now I'm back. And back to me.
Wow, it's like a little race. You're like, okay,
Yeah,
and
I
you're
know.
on.
I know. Sorry, this room is
Catwalk situation.
This room is what it is. So what do we have? We had watching. The fourth one is group experiences. People want to have group experiences. And I realize, she said, in San Francisco. We'll just leave that one alone.
Thanks, Kane. Way to bring that one out.
Now, some of you have no interest in leading trainings and seminars. We hope that we can convince you otherwise, because it's actually, we've gone into many businesses and helped them create workshop components. You don't need to necessarily do what we're doing. We love to speak and train. In fact, this is how we started. We want to be with people. We want to squeeze them. We want to kiss them. But you don't have to necessarily do that. But I do really want to encourage you to maybe do a component of workshop in your business. But that's not the only group experience you could have. You could do group mentoring. You could do webinars as a group experience. Teleseminars as a group experience. You could be leading to a group as small as 10 or 15 and be not only impacting them, but also making a lot of money helping them with their services and products, getting
Kane,
services and products from you.
I can absolutely vouch for this. I started my social media business only about 4 years ago because it's not that new into the space. I was in America, came back, nobody knew what I was talking about. I would use the word Twitter and they'd give me what I call the puppy dog look. What are you talking about? I was known as the Twitter girl around town. And the best thing I did, I started a workshop called Social Media for CEOs because CEOs had to make the level. And I was doing groups of 10, I was doing groups of 15. Suddenly I was teaching them, learning them. And, you know, once they actually could understand that it wasn't so complicated anymore, they started buying products, I had more clients, and within 4 months, I quadrupled my client base.
Awesome.
In the first year.
Yeah. So we're going to talk more about how to cultivate communities. Write this down as a totally aside, just a sidebar. Social media and online is all about cultivating communities. It's about cultivating communities. It's no longer about just saying some cool stuff. It's about really cultivating the community. Hi.
Find your people.
All right.
Go to them and find them. It's really, really, really important because like-minded people hang out together. You know, it's kind of like high school, you know, where you kind of gravitated towards the same people and you share the same things, the debate team or the drama team or the sports team. It's exactly the same stuff. Find your community and give them information and make them feel great and actually nurture those relationships.
Okay, so let's get you guys into an exercise right now so you can start building your free product. What I want you to do, we're just going to take a quick minute, okay? Just a quick minute to come up with a title of your free product. And here's a tidbit. You want to use numbers as much as possible. You know, what you see when Jeff and I play a video or something, I mean, you guys can tell, we're not scripted. I mean, you know, just be yourselves. We're going to teach you how to lead trainings just by being yourselves, just being authentic. And so we don't script. So you see when the videos are playing, we'll get together and we'll go, okay, all right, you know, cute blonde and roads. No, I'm kidding. We'll get together and we'll go, hey, what do we need to do now in order to help get the point across better? And often we sit up on stage, we're not using concrete enough numbers for them to understand that we're going to teach them the 9 things around credibility. We're going to teach them the 3 things to create communities. We're going to teach them the 8 mistakes they have to stay away from. Can you guys get the difference in the concreteness? Some of you sell personal development things, or you sell maybe holistic. You're a life coach, a relationship coach, maybe spiritual or a holistic practitioner or a nutritionist or something like that. The more you use numbers, the more concrete it feels to people. I'm going to teach you the 5 ways you can cleanse versus I'm going to teach you how to cleanse your body.
Can you guys see how when you use a specific number, it increases the credibility and the ability of it being real? So when you guys talk about your products and your services, talk about the 5, you know, the specific numbers of things you're going to give people that you're going to leave them with.
Oh,
I think, guys, the biggest example of that is Steve Jobs. At the start of every single Mac, you know, thing he says, we're going to do 3 things today. We're going to talk about 3 things today, and he explains exactly what they are, and then he goes into telling them.
Yes,
so everyone has an expectation.
Another little tip is 3, 5, or 7. Odd numbers work way better than even numbers.
Now, the reason that is because we're both masters in NLP. The reason that is the brain actually wants to complete the sequence, so it actually gets more attention.
I'll give you the experience. How many of you noticed that I haven't given you the last one of the 5 yet? How many of you, keep your hand up, how many of you noticed that that's driving you nuts? Yes. Do you get it? I did that on purpose. Thank you, Toby. Thank you. So the last one, we'll tell you when you buy the training. Okay. No.
Don't do that, dude.
Kidding,
That's not
kidding.
cool.
The last one is one-on-one. People want to spend one-on-one time with you. How many of you would love to spend one-on-one time with Jeff and I? Raise your hand. Yes. Yes.
Thank you.
Hey. I didn't mean that. She goes, woo! And we would love to spend one-on-one time with you as well. Now, the way we divide up our trainings, especially trainings this big, is we start to do pods and groups, and we've got trainers, and we're going to have as much one-on-one time with each and every one of you and give you the experience of the learning as if it can be one-on-one. You'll see that we work tirelessly to spend time with you so that we can keep helping your business move forward. Yes?
Don't bump into me. That was weird.
Okay, so they want to be with you one-on-one. Now, we're going to create a free product, and then I'm going to show you how we get them to the strategy session in just a minute, because that's one-on-one. And I'm going to show you how we take them through these modalities so you can too, so you can get out there and start making money. So right now, turn to your partner, someone next to you, and start to discuss and share What are you good at? And what can we make as a guide? Help them within the next 2 minutes come up with a title of the 5, 7, 8, 10 things that they can do to give away to their customers. Go. If you have any questions, you raise your hand. We come around and help you.
Give you a second.
I know. It,
So I'm gonna talk about Facebook fan pages.
Yeah, yeah.
What should I talk about in relation to like capturing list, the ability to put them into a converted funnel, or is that getting too complicated? Do you want to just
Maybe
basic-
webinars. What's your special webinars?
webinars would be the start.
Talk about webinars.
Yeah.
We'll just roll with it with each other.
Yeah, yeah. That's the thing, yeah, yeah. Just when you want me in, just give me some sort of track of the time.
Okay, Kane's gonna complete this. We are slipping on secret answer. Thanks for coming. Got it. You're like me.
yeah.
Nico helps you. We're just gonna be respectful. Hang here and just hang.
I'll just jump around.
Are you sure that I'm supposed to be here now?
Let's go. Yeah, she did, I think.
All right. Whoa. Sorry. Let's get a whoa Rockstar. Ready? Whoa Rockstar. Okay, when you guys come through our trainings, you're going to do it so much better than that. Give me some real energy. Let's go. Whoa Rockstar.
All right.
So let's just hear a few. What kind of titles did you come up with? What titles did you come up with?
I want some good ones.
Come on, we're going to do some on-the-spot coaching. Go ahead and stand up. Let's give her a hand.
Take the mic. What's the title?
Hi, I'm Angie from Human Fusion.
Everyone go, hi, Angie.
Hi. My title was the.
Second.
Sorry.
Is focus important? Yes. Is being present with the people in the room important? Yes. So if there's people talking, nudge them and say, look, you're going to miss something important. So in the back, shut up.
All right, let's go. And we love you. Next.
Me or them?
All of you.
Oh, good.
We just, yeah. Cool. All right.
My title is The Big 7 Mistakes Made with Gym Timetabling, because my clients are actually gyms.
So the title is?
The Big 7 Mistakes Made with
Call
Gym
it
Time
the
Tabling.
biggest seven.
biggest
Yeah, the biggest
seven
seven mistakes. Cool. And then what was the rest?
Made with gym timetabling
We don't know what gym timetabling is.
for the gyms.
The gyms
yeah,
will
yeah,
know?
Yeah.
Are you using
my
their
clients
language?
Are actually, yeah, I'm
Great.
using their language.
Awesome. That makes sense. Let's give a round of applause.
Actually, real quick. Does anybody own a gym here? If you
Anyone
own
own
a
a
gym, raise
gym?
your hand. If you're on a gym, nice and big, nice and proud. Awesome. Great. So, would that be interesting to you?
No.
Okay, your gym's different. Awesome. If you have a gym, raise your hand. Raise your hand. All right. Would it make you curious to talk to her? Yes. Awesome.
Okay.
Yes, we got it.
Sold.
Good. Very good. Awesome. One more.
One more. Right here. Amanda. Hi, Amanda. All right.
Good afternoon, I'm Dr. Amanda Montague. My new title is Double Your Sales Whilst You're Lying in Bed with Your Eyes Closed.
I like that.
Free guide to double your sales while you lie in bed with headphones on and your eyes closed, restoring and recharging. 3 times a week for 20 minutes.
It's a little better. So the first one throws up a little bit of a bullshit meter, right?
Yeah. Well, I can tell you this woman is not bullshit.
No, not at all. I mean, none of you are. You're all brilliant, but it's how we market it. It all comes down to how we market it. This is partly what we're talking about, how you position yourself.
Mike's on its way.
Traveling.
Thank you. So, in our trainings, again, we're not, there's no bullshit in our trainings. It's like, let's make you money. And making money means we have to have people have the experience of credibility going up, not going, I don't know, it sounds like it's woo-woo.
So what you actually want before your titles at times is what we learned from Frank Kern was put a statistic.
There you go.
1 in 7 people don't do this and leave money on the table, then the title.
So what's something someone could do while they're sleeping that could be making them money that people don't do? What's something you could do while you're sleeping that you don't do? Snore? Come on. What's something that you don't do? Well, maybe people don't. What's that?
They don't connect back to their source.
Okay, they don't connect to themselves, right? So she's obviously in a holistic practice, right? Many of you are in this. So
Actually, she's quite good at it.
I know she's brilliant at it, but the question is, how do we get someone who's an accountant? So how do we get someone who's a more core person to get that message and actually want to buy the product? Because she's not marketing to other holistic people.
Right.
She's marketing to concrete marketers and accountants and CEOs and executives and entrepreneurs. So maybe one thing that they're doing is they're not connecting themselves, they're not getting a deep enough sleep, and they're not showing up as the leaders they could be during the day. They're not be feeling connected. So give me your title again so I could just tweak it out a little bit.
Double your sales whilst lying in bed with your eyes closed.
Double your sales. So let's see. Double your sales with I would just throw that the top 10 techniques to wake up more connected to yourself to become a better leader. How is that?
In your sleep.
Okay, in your sleep.
Something like that.
Become a better leader in your sleep by learning to connect with yourself while you're asleep.
Does it take time to write?
I don't know.
Does it take time to create these titles and refine them so they work?
Yeah.
When you start doing this, you guys will create titles, but you'll need to do what's called split testing. What do we call it? Great. You'll run ads to this types of copy, and you'll see which ones are selling and which ones aren't. So we don't know. Let the market tell us.
Well, actually, I know.
Thank you.
But so
You're so smart, Kane.
no, I'm teasing. Write this down. Stop being a perfectionist and start becoming a progressionist.
I think for you, since you're very holistic and you're very good at what you do, at being able to create more pieces. I mean, how many of you okay, I'll just share. I was totally nervous to get on a stage with thousands of people. How many of you would be nervous? Yeah. So the rest of you wouldn't? Great. I mean, it's thousands of people. No matter, we do this 200 times a year. And so does it make sense sometimes to ground into center? Like, is that important? Great. I worked with her before getting on stage so I could ground and I could center myself before getting on the stage with you, so I could be connected to my source and be able to serve you more. Okay? Whether you're in sales or not, connecting to your source, connecting to who you are is critical so that your heart shines and whatever it is that you're supposed to deliver gets delivered. Sales is an intuition. It's the ability to ask the right questions at the right time. And if you're connected to you and you're grounded in that, you can do that. So it's something around that, like actually having it be holistic, but yet bridging that gap. Okay, and we'll refine it more.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Give her a hand.
Let's give her a hand. Thank you. Woo. Let's do it. Let's jump into some Facebook.
Can you all start to see, the difference between Jeff and I as, trainers and people? Jeff feels and has emotions and...
I hurt you.
And I just get shit done. Okay, so we're gonna head into some Facebook stuff, and so real quickly, I know it was brief with Shelly. We just have so little time. We want to spend the whole week
How
with
many
you.
would like to spend more time with us?
Yes.
Great.
Yeah.
How many of you are already enrolled in our training?
Yeah,
Awesome.
should be most
Okay.
of you. Yes. Okay.
Good.
All
Thank
right.
you. So let's.
So real quickly, let's give Shelly a hand because she's gonna head off the stage here.
Shelly,
thank
thank you.
very much. And just so you know, Shelly will be in our Industry Rockstar Intensive. She'll be doing more of the internet marketing and talking about how to build communities and all the other brilliance she has. And we're gonna bring on Sam Backer, who's gonna work with Jeff on some Facebook stats and webinar things. So give Sam a hand.
Hi, Sam. Come again, Mike.
Hello.
So Sam is absolutely brilliant at generating revenue online. How old are you, Sam?
23.
23. So, yeah. So what'd you do last month? How are things going?
Yeah,
Hanging
sure.
in there?
Basically, I've been doing this since I was about 13. I started online, and by the age of 16, I had a business that was bringing in over $100,000 per year. And on from that now, we do a lot of online webinars. We build a number of products, software. We have a development team over in India. But the main part of our business is actually run with Facebook, and also what we do with webinars and online presentations and seminars. So an average week for us would be around $100,000 in a week. And we've been doing that now for the last, or this year, well, that's when we've been doing it. So that's basically a bit about the business. And as we move forward, online seminars and webinars, the model that we're using and implementing more in our business to make, because at the moment, they're making us the most money. That's bringing in better,
So
more than
write
sales
this
videos
down.
or anything like that.
Webinars are what's working right now. What's working? Great. And we work with people that are great at what they do in their domains. You know, when I met Frank Kern, I was like, I just wanted to understand the internet. I wanted to understand how to write copy. But I don't need to be the best copywriter. I just need to know them. So in Industry Rockstar Intensive, we literally teach you how to build relationships with people like this that are good at what they do, because we like to be with people. Frankly, the internet, but I like to work with Sam, where we create webinars that actually work and convert. So you want to use webinars, okay? Webinars are what's working right now. That could change in 6 months. So let's talk about what's happening in Facebook. Facebook's pretty nuts. So Facebook is now, there's over 800 million active users. It is the third largest country.
Yeah.
Okay? Is there an opportunity here? Yeah. Great, write this down. Invest, Facebook ads are the best investment right now compared to any other ad out there. Facebook's where it's at. They're the most targeted, and that's what's working right now. Any info on that, or?
Yeah, that's pretty clear.
Pretty clear, yeah. Okay,
It's
good.
where the customers are at.
It's bigger than China, India, and, it's third largest in the world. That's huge, guys. And if you're not on that, you're missing out. You're literally missing out on hundreds of thousands of dollars.
So let's talk about how we were doing some ads. So, Jeff and I were running some fan pages. We were getting 100,000 plus fans in, 10, 20 days.
We're doing 33,000 likes a day.
33,000 likes a day. How many of you would like that? It's a lot of likes.
Yeah, but now converting those likes into cash is another question.
Yeah. So, so let's share, just because of time, let's share a tidbit or two about how they can do that.
Your Facebook fan pages, in Industry Rockstar Intensive, we talk about what really works on a fan page. Your fan page, if it doesn't actually convert, then it's like a leaky bucket. So imagine spending, they start out about $50 a day in ads, right?
Yeah.
And if you spend $50 a day in ads, but then you don't capture the lead because your bucket doesn't work, you're wasting your money. So we need to build you a Facebook fan page that actually converts, that turns into cash. So when you have that, you get more likes, and on your Facebook fan page, you want to give a free gift. Did you guys see that in the training? Like, give them something. So as you work with us, you'll build your free gifts, and then you're going to have them on your Facebook fan page, which is then connected to your websites as well. Yep.
Yeah.
So Sam, any insights around fan pages and the best way to do that?
Yeah, sure. What you can actually do, and what your fan pages do as well, obviously, doing the development for it, is that you can incentivize the like, and this is completely inside Facebook's terms and conditions, but you can basically give that free gift, and you can say once you click this like button, then you get that free gift, and then it presents them with that free gift once they click it, but it's locked until that free gift is actually unlocked when you click the like. That's a very easy way of building likes to a page and increasing the amount of people that are going to that page, because obviously when someone likes the page, then it's shared with your friends in the newsfeed. And who's on Facebook? So you understand what a newsfeed is? Yeah, exactly. So when you go onto your newsfeed, you see what your friends are doing, and suddenly as a result of that, you're able to click through and you're able to get access to that incentive that they had clicked like to get access to. That's clear?
Okay.
Cool.
Got it. So your fan page has to be connected to everything. It's literally your central point. Your fan page will have buttons on it that connect, that really bring it all together. Is this interesting for you guys? If your fan page doesn't have that, then you're not connecting to it, and you're leaving revenue on the table. You're not making it a one-stop shop. Let's keep moving. Great. I'm going to move through some stuff. This is an example of a page that we have. Who's that guy? Great.
Who is that sexy man?
Awesome. So what we teach you in Industry Rockstar Intensive is what actually is the cutting edge of fan pages. If we showed you how to do fan pages that convert, would you be able to spend more time on the things that you love versus, other things like trying to figure out your fan pages and other things that aren't converting?
Well, wouldn't it be cool if you could hang some ads on Facebook? This is what we were doing. So this is a company that we own. It's called UpCoach in Australia here. And we basically provide coaching services to participants who come through workshops.
How many of you are coaches? Raise your hand. Coaches, keep them up. Okay. Your fan page could be offering free 30-minute strategy sessions with a video where they sign up and you get an email. So you could be running ads, and then your fan page has a video that says, hey, I'm Jeff, and I work with coaches, authors, speakers, and consultants on how to take their business to the next level, make 6 or even 7 figures. If you'd like to sign up for a $500 complimentary free strategy session, go ahead and put your name and email address below. Now, if I invest $50 and only $50 a day, and maybe I spend $1,000 a month on ads, but I know that my customer's worth $4,000 a month, it could be worth it if it collects ads. Is that clear? Yeah. Cool.
So how many of you know that anticipating where the market is going is actually the most important thing you can do? It's actually anticipation. Wayne Gretzky, do you guys know Wayne Gretzky here? Hall of Fame hockey player? Okay, this was my sport growing up. He would always say, I don't skate to where the puck is, I skate to where the puck is going. And so this is what you want to do. In your database capture, and I want you guys to all start thinking about this, you want to make sure you're getting mobile numbers, because texting is where it's starting to head for all marketing, and mailing addresses, because the future of, what do you think is going to happen when things get super saturated online?
Well, they already are.
Yeah. You know where a lot of our gurus, the Eben Pagans and the Frank Kerns and the guys that we work with, our colleagues, you know where they're marketing? They're marketing offline.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
and it's actually, Dan Kennedy's been talking about this. Anybody know Dan Kennedy, these marketers?
Yeah.
Now, I know we're talking a lot about marketing, and listen, I want you to know we're going to actually spend a lot of time in Industry Rockstar Intensive on all 6 of these bubbles and how they all go together, right? Because I know, some of you are like, wow, internet marketing, awesome. And we want to fulfill on the promise, that's what we're talking about today. But just so you know, we're going to be going through each of these categories and how they all work together.
Sam, if you could provide one piece of advice for someone who wants to get started in internet marketing, what would you say to get started on?
The first is definitely create a free product.
Okay.
That's where it started in our online marketing business. As soon as we had a free product, we're able to build a list then we could offer value to that list, and obviously promote products and make a lot more money through that. So the first thing that you need to do, and I encourage you to do it as quick as you can, is create a free product. Don't spend too much time on it. It just needs to be something simple that solves one problem for that person that you're looking to get into your email list.
So in Industry Rockstar Intensive, those of you that are joining us, we're going to help you formulate your free product and get it clear so it matches your market. And then what would be the next thing after that?
After that, then you need to start working on your conversion funnel, which is basically the emails that you are sending out to that subscriber of yours, which is going to offer them value, but also give you the opportunity to make money by promoting products that fit what their need would be. And webinars are one of the ways that we're actually doing that, because once you're building a list, then you can send these people to a webinar. We run them through webinar.com or GoToMeeting.com, I believe. GoToWebinar, I believe it is. But we send them through that, and then we can get them online. We can actually talk to them in an online presentation, and that's a great way of engaging the people that are a part of our subscriber list. And then it means that we can build a relationship with them and then promote products which actually suit their needs as well. One of the other benefits is any questions can be answered, and you can find what the needs are of those people, because it's very hard when you're actually doing that and they're just simply a member of your subscriber list. It's a lot easier if they're actually live there on the webinar in person to ask them questions and find out what they need.
Cool.
Cool. Is this good stuff? Yeah. Turn to your partner, give him a high five, and say, this is good stuff. Thank you. Cool. So just to kind of wrap up this lineage, so what we want... All right, you got some good stuff. That's good. So let's just kind of wrap up the lineage of what we're doing. We gave you that letter. We want you to take that letter, go either mail it or email it to people. Tell them that you're going to have them go to a free something. So you can get a web page. You can go to eventbrite.com if you want to just hang something quickly. You can hang a quick web page. If you don't know how to hang a web page or do anything like that, a squeeze page, the first thing I want you to do is find somebody that does. There's students, there's people all over the place that can do it, and they can do it for very inexpensively. What is it?
Yeah, there's templates out there.
Yeah, there's
They're all
templates.
there.
It's very simple. So you want it. WordPress is a very important tool coming up in the world that you're going to want to know.
Now, let me add. What we're seeing right now is that video is the highest conversion on these squeeze pages. Now, in Industry Rockstar Intensive, we actually teach you how to make videos that actually have people make new decisions and take actions. Can you guys see how when Kane and I were there, there were a lot of people that joined us, right? Well, the same thing can be applied in videos. And if your video doesn't convert, then you can spend money on traffic and get nothing. So those of you that are joining us in Industry Rockstar Intensive, you're going to spend days with us reformatting what you say in your videos to have them actually sign up.
Actually, Rockstar Trainer is going to be more about the video stuff.
It's both. It's actually both.
Yeah, a little bit both. So the letter goes to the free product, and when they get the free product, you capture their information. You do what? Yes, you capture the information, which is going to be their mobile number, of course, their email and their name, and then their address, if you can, there. Then, as soon as they get that free report, you're going to offer them a strategy session with you.
If you're
strategy session.
It's usually about 30 minutes. Make sure you put a value on that strategy session. Actually make a price of what that strategy session is worth.
I want you to turn to your partner and name a price right now that you would want to get paid if you could charge anything that you wanted. Go. Turn to your partner and tell them how much you're worth right now. How much you charge. All right, what did we get? Just out shouting out numbers. How much? How much is this? How much? 147. How much is a strategy session with you? Yes. $2,000. How much is a strategy session? How much? $1 million for a strategy session with that man. Please write this down. He is weird. No, I'm kidding. No, please write this down. Experts and rock stars charge expert and rock star rates. We said on the stage, and actually I had to say this quickly because we were running out of time, that the more people pay, the more attention they pay. They pay a lot. They pay a lot of attention. This is so true.
Well, this is
Jeff and I used to train and coach for hundreds of dollars a month. And actually, one of the things we're going to shift for those of you that are consultants and coaches or thinking about that, we're going to train you how we package up our businesses. And you guys are going to throw out this hour per session, all that stuff, all that. It commoditizes you. We're going to train you in how we and other coaches around the world formulate our practices by the month because we're charging by value. Anyways, we used to charge very little, and we used to say the same things. We used to ask the same questions. And then we started, then one day, one of our coaches charged us $100,000. And I was like, here you go. And you know what I noticed? Is that everything he said was absolutely golden.
And do you think we took action on the things he said?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Everything that came out of his mouth, I was like, oh, tell me more. What, no, okay, all right, good. Let me get that word down. I started recording our sessions. In between, when I had things to do you think I did them for $100,000? You better believe it. Because I wanted to both make that money back and then make sure that I got a return on my investment. What I noticed is that when I started charging my clients $100,000, and whatever that is for you, you guys don't have to go to $100,000 right away. Maybe it's $5,000 for a year for you. Maybe it's $10,000. Maybe it's $25,000 or $50,000. You should all of you. We're going to train you how to start at $1,000 a month. Now, whatever your world is.
Do you think that if you wrote a check for $100,000 to work with a coach, that it'd be easier for you to go ask someone to do the same? Don't ask others to write those checks if you haven't written them yourselves. So the best way you can actually raise your rates is to go hire a coach and pay an amount that makes you a little bit uncomfortable in that moment so that you can then go out and do the same. And you'll understand what happens in that moment, what they're dealing with to take that leap of faith. Literally, we had a client that she was like scared out of her mind to write the check, and then she went out and she did a training and she charged the same amount and she closed the client on that amount. Do you think that client went out and did the same thing from that point on? Do you think she had a different relationship to her value after doing that?
Yes. So the moral of the story is have high price rates. Make sure everything you set has a high value to it, a high dollar amount, because it's just nature of human being to actually take it more seriously and have higher credibility.
How do you expect others to value your time if you don't value your own?
Yeah. I mean, let's take an example. Ma'am, will you stand up for a second? Yes, you.
She's like, no way, Kane.
Stand up. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, what's your name? Beatrix. Please meet Beatrix. Give her a hand.
Hi, Beatrix.
Cool. So Beatrix is a coach, consultant, author, speaker, internet marketer. Okay. Oh, this is perfect. She has a job, but she's now transitioning out of it. As of right now.
Do you want to or not? If you don't, you should.
Yes.
Okay.
Here's the microphone. Good. Yeah. She wants to transition out of it. And what would you like to do?
Become a consultant.
Beautiful.
Awesome.
Do I pick him or do I pick him, ladies and gentlemen? Okay. So what kind of consulting would you like to do?
Social media.
Social media.
Awesome. There's
Perfect.
not much opportunity there.
No.
Say that.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
It's awesome.
It's huge right now.
So-
You're on the cutting edge of it.
So you should talk to Shelly because that's what she does, social media strategy for
Yep.
companies. So at the end, just go see her so you can connect and start talking about that. Okay, so she does social media strategy, and she not only will do your strategy, which we're going to train you how do you come in and do strategy for a company for $5,000 or $10,000 a day. She'll come in and she'll do your strategy for $5,000 a day. She'll leave you with a strategy, and then she can also actually implement and execute on that strategy for $20,000 over 6 months. And what that will get you is that will get you clients and customers in the door that then you can convert for your own $100,000 of extra bottom line income. Now, just take in a moment how she is. What's her value like? Anybody think she's pretty cool? Raise your hand if you would actually be curious about having a strategy session with her about
If
your
she could
social
deliver
media.
that.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember when Frank went into that corporate meeting and Frank said, okay, so I'm $20,000 to work with me for 4 hours. I'll go in, I'll work with your business. If you don't think it's the best $20,000 you've ever invested
No,
after
it's
4 hours.
100,000.
No, it was Frank it was 4 hours.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
Frank did a
That
4 hour
sounds
session.
cheap for Frank.
It was 4 hours.
See? You see what just happened? That's cheap for Frank, right? $20,000?
Yeah,
How many
but-
of you thought that was cheap for one of the top internet marketers in the world? Yeah. Now,
Yeah, but
imagine.
he
imagine
didn't mention that he got a whole percentage of their back end. Okay. So anyways, he went in, he
it's
did
all about
that,
the back end. Turn to your partner, give him a high five, and say, you got a nice back end.
and he goes in and he says, and he literally gave them a guarantee. Write this down. Give awesome guarantees. Give awesome guarantees. He said, if it's not the best $20,000 you ever invested, I will write you a check for $25,000 back. Is that pretty cool?
That's pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
So, just to wrap with Beatrix. So now imagine I said to you that Beatrix will come in and she'll do a social media strategy for you for $500 for the day. And then she'll implement that strategy in the back end for $700 over 6 months.
What's the level of credibility?
Very
Write this-
little, right?
Write this down. Experts charge expert rates.
I said that already.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Well, I was helping you out.
Okay, good. So do you guys get it? Credibility. You know, the thing is, a lot of you are wondering whether you're credible enough to be rock stars in your industry, but it actually has nothing to do with your ability to create results. Please write this down. Results retain clients, not get them. Results retain clients. It doesn't get them. This gentleman's laughing out of recognition. He knows this one. That's right.
Let's give this woman a round of applause.
Thank you, Beatrix.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Welcome. Oh, right there. Can you pass it to that person?
Yeah.
Cool. We got it.
Yeah, okay, good. Go for it.
Okay. Cool. No, you're on.
Me?
Hey, here you
What
go.
do I do?
You want to go? No.
I don't know.
No,
We've
you
never
just go.
gotten this far.
I don't know.
What do we do next?
I don't know. Say something smart.
Okay. Did you guys get a lot out of it today? Raise your hand if you did and say yes. Awesome. Thank you. Yeah. So we'd love to keep giving to you.
Yeah,
yes?
we would.
There's a cross section of people in this room. Can you guys tell that we like to give you a lot? Yes or no? Jeez, I was scared for a second there. So there's a cross section of people in this room. There's some people that are signed up for Industry Rockstar Intensive. Okay. If you are, welcome. We love you.
Yep.
And we're excited to work with you, and we're excited to make this year, and the next 12 months, the best year of your life in terms of your financial rewards and your impact on the world. And you know that we're committed to that. We will tirelessly make sure that happens. There are some of you in here that are not enrolled for that yet. You snuck in. It's cool. What we'd like to do is meet with you and talk about specifically what's going on for you, and is this a right match?
We can't meet with everyone. Look.
Yes.
So who
Yes,
here?
yes, our team will meet with them.
Oh, yes, our team.
So what you want to do is,
I'm like,
we got it.
okay, good.
On your way out, what you want to do is see someone in a red shirt, because here's the thing. You can just leave, which is fine. You can leave. A, we don't need your money. I mean, we've got plenty of clients. And B, it's really about, are you really willing to take the things that it takes around prioritizing your finances and your time to make sure you can spend time with us? How many of you could tell that if you spend time with us, you're going to make a lot of money?
Yeah.
Awesome. So the question we wanted to ask you is, are you ready to take do what it needs to take to arrange your life to be in the program?
Well, we actually had more testimonials than what you guys saw about clients that make money with us. We just don't have enough time to show you all those testimonials.
I'm sure they want to see more testimonials.
No, they don't. But write this down. This is a lesson. Write this down. Be obsessed with your clients' results.
Yeah.
And collect massive amounts of testimonials. Never stop collecting testimonials on videos. In Rockstar Trainer and Industry Rockstar Intensive, we'll teach you how to get testimonials that actually work and that actually have people go, oh, that's really cool. I want to be a part of that. So who here knows that you'd like to join us in Industry Rockstar Intensive?
Yeah.
Okay, so thank you. What you're going to do is you're going to go to the back tables at the end and talk to our staff about how you can get enrolled, and we'll talk. And if you have any questions, we can talk with you.
Yeah, whatever the challenges are, the things, oh my God, it's this, we'll help you work it out, and if it makes sense, you'll be in. Now, then there's a cross-section of you that asked, can I work with you privately? Okay? If your company is around 2 million or up in gross revenue.
Wait, we have to point him somewhere. Toby?
Yeah.
See this guy? He's actually one of our one-on-one. Can I share this, Toby? Yeah, sure. Okay. So Toby is one of our one-on-one clients. If you're curious about working with us one-on-one, okay, then go ahead and put your info with Toby, and we can have a conversation about that.
I mean, listen, there's no mystery. We charge $100,000 a year to work with you privately.
You gotta
and
be
if you have the right leverage, we'll help you create that probably back in 3 months and help you make millions, because it's just what we do. And not everybody's in that right bucket. But many of you asked us, we actually never really talk about this in front of a group, but many of you have asked us.
I got like notes that people like.
Yeah, there's like, here's shoving stuff in our pockets. So go up there and we'll meet with you and we'll talk about scheduling some time with you one-on-one to make sure it's a match. The rest of you, we cannot wait to work with you and spend time with you. It is absolutely an honor and a privilege to work with each and every one of you on your businesses. If we could just reach into your world and just start helping you like go get more clients, then we would do it. So we can't wait to see you in our programs. Thank you so much for your time and your attention.
Leave him with a note. A dessert, my friend. You always write this down. Write this down, guys. We're training you already. Leave every engagement with a dessert. Say something profound that continues to work with them. So Kane, say something smart.
Yeah, right. I was trying to get out of this. He always does this to me. All right.
Kane, you didn't finish point 5. I'm getting yelled at over here.
Which one?
Point 5.
Of what?
Oh, he did. One-on-one. Haha.
Yes,
you were
we got
good.
it.
Okay, leave him with a dessert.
All right.
Something good. Make it compelling. Come on, get it. You got it, buddy. Get it in there. Reach into your heart.
Don't worry, I'm going to get him back tonight at the Branson dinner. I'll be like, Sir Richard Branson, yeah, Jeff has something really important to tell you. Go ahead, Jeff. So this is what I want you to start saying to your clients. We're going to train you in how to set up your clients for long-term sustainability, meaning that they stick with you for years. One of the biggest costs for you as consultants, coaches, speakers, whatever you do, business people, is customer acquisition cost. It means it's the cost of having to get a new customer. When you talk to your customers, I want you to tell them that you're going to work with them for life. I want you to stop having customers and start having relationships. So where I want you to look now in order to increase your success is how can you increase your relationship with your customer? Are you sending them gifts? Have you found out what they like? Have you sent them a book recently? Have you sent them movie tickets? Have you given them things? One of our mentors, Christine Comerford, she built 5 companies in the U.S., took 3 of them public. She dropped out of high school. She became a monk. She was just a real random, amazing lady. She always finds out what people want, and then she sends them the gift before she even talks to them about doing business.
So who are the customers that you love to work with, and what could you be giving them as a generosity that says you care and you love them? Work with customers that you love.
Yeah. So seriously, we love each and every one of you for what you do. You all have an incredible message. It's time to get out in the world and share your wisdom and message with people so that we can have a better society. We'll see you in one of the 3 places, back there in our trainings or up here.
Absolute pleasure.
Take care,
Thank you,
guys.
everybody.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you.